Good morning, everybody from the Wilderness Lodge. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. I've been working on myself. Was planning to get back into the vlogs, and then all this crazy corona stuff started happening. My family actually came into town this past week. They were going to be spending a week here in Disney. This is my spring break, so we said, hey, let's go to Disney. And then, of course, you've all heard by this point that Disney shut down all of their theme parks on Sunday night. The resorts were going to stay open, but they have since now announced that they'll be closing as well as of this Friday at 5 p.m. So it's kind of surreal around here. Disney is calling this an unprecedented time, and I would have to agree. So today, it is Wednesday. Theme parks have been closed since Sunday. The Disney Springs has been closed since Monday night. You can kind of see behind me that there's not a whole lot going on, but today we're going to kind of take you around, show you what is going on here at Walt Disney World, some of the resorts, and just show you what it looks like to have an entire massive resort completely shut down. So it's pretty crazy, pretty surreal. I'm not sure what my emotions are right now. It's definitely sad, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime, thing. Disney really never shuts down. They shut down a few days for hurricanes, never for multiple weeks and potentially longer than that. So let's check out what's going on here. Definitely one of my favorite resorts just because of how serene it always is, but definitely a little bit more serene this morning, given that I would say at least 75% of the people staying here have since left. I'll show you the parking lot in a little bit, how empty that is. They have some special hours for the swimming pools until the hotels close. The swimming pools at all the resorts are now open from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. So a little different than normal, but just take a look how quiet it is here. It's crazy. We'll take you around and show you some other stuff in a little bit, but definitely pretty crazy stuff. Little squirrel, wonder what they're gonna do for food now that they're not gonna have popcorn and Mickey pretzels fed to them for at least the next couple of weeks here. Our first stop down here is the bus stop at Wilderness Lodge, a place where you would normally see buses coming and going all day long. They have completely shut down the entire transportation system as of this morning. Yesterday they still had some buses to like the campground, places like that, just so you could still get around a little bit, but as of this morning, Wednesday the 18th, all transportation completely shut down. In fact, the TV screens that would normally tell you how long you have to wait for your bus are just totally shut down, and those were working the other day. So no transportation whatsoever. Down here, I'm actually going to show you in a little bit where most of these buses are being parked for now. They're kind of being parked all over, but we'll show you where some of them are being parked. Let's go see what else is going on around the very almost creepy Wilderness Lodge. Quiet pool is open. Not crowded at all though, as you can see here. There are a few people out and about. Again, the hotel doesn't close officially until Friday, so some people just hanging out. Included in those transportation halting of service I was talking about includes all the boats. So out here on Bay Lake, just about as serene as you will ever see it. Normally they have boats going from here to Contemporary, over to Fort Wilderness. Not today. I do see they have kind of the patrol folks out there still, so I wonder if they might still be able to rent a boat. I'm not sure about that, but very calm out here on the water, that's for sure. And also something that we saw here, their bar over here is closed until further notice. Geyser Point governor yesterday closed all bars, I guess, in the state, or at least in the area, that being one of them. You can still use the snack bar here. Whispering Canyon inside is still open. But again, just kind of crazy how things are going. We're going to show you the main pool. It's a little more happening over there. Doesn't feel quite as depressing. I feel bad every time I see a cast member though, because yes, they're getting paid through the end of the month, but there's a lot of uncertainty there too. What's going to happen after that point in time? Are they still going to get paid? Are they not? And so they don't really know what's going on either. So I feel bad about that. But you can see over here, the people that are still here, this is about the only thing left to do as far as recreation goes. So we have some people at the pool, but still not a whole lot. It is 12:15 when you'd expect the lunch rush, and we got nobody in here. Just talked to a few of the cast members at the food court here, and they're all in pretty good spirits, really. Again, they still don't really know what's to come, but all in good spirits, and asking me what's going on with me and where I'm from and all that sort of stuff. So that's nice to see. But so quiet here. It's so quiet. We're going to check out the lobby on our way out and just show you how quiet that is. It would normally be pretty crowded in the middle of the day on a Wednesday, but let's find out. All right, up in the lobby here. A couple people, but pretty dead for sure. We got Whispering Canyon Cafe, where we'd normally be hearing people screaming and yelling for ketchup, and I count maybe 3 tables in the entire restaurant. That's who I definitely feel for, the servers, because working on tips and don't know what's going to happen with them. We just heard that Landry's has just furloughed all their employees. Of course, that's T-Rex and Rainforest Cafe, so that they can collect unemployment, but hopefully they reopen soon and they can hire all those folks back. But we're gonna head now towards Disney Springs, I think, just to check that out. Before we head over to Disney Springs, just wanted to show you the parking lot here. Wilderness Lodge, of course, behind me. Normally very hard to find a parking spot. You normally have to drive all the way down that direction, pretty far down to get a spot. Today, spots everywhere. So you can kind of get a sense for how many people have left since the announcement was made last week about Disney closing. So let's head over to the Springs. On the way, I'm going to show you where all the buses are being stored, at least a lot of them, and we'll see what's going on at the Springs. Here we go. Currently pulling up to the intersection. Wilderness Lodge is behind me. The Magic Kingdom parking is actually going to be right over here on the right hand side. This is where they are currently storing many of the buses that would be taking guests around to the parks, to the resorts. You can see here, this would be the Magic Kingdom preferred parking. Nobody is parked there, but as we get a little farther down to like the standard parking, you are going to see just a mass amount of Disney buses all lined up and parked. I mean, it goes way down there. Pretty crazy stuff here. So many buses. I know some were also being stored over by Animal Kingdom, but this is where a huge amount of the Disney buses are currently being stored until they are brought back into service, hopefully in a couple weeks when everything reopens. But just another kind of crazy sight to see, all those buses over there. Just some more crazy. This is World Drive in the middle of the day. No cars at all in front of me going in my direction, only a few cars going in the opposite direction. This is something you will never see again, except for maybe with a hurricane. Definitely crazy stuff here at Disney World. Kind of sad to see. Hopefully, I never thought I'd say I want to sit in traffic again, but I hope to see some more cars here soon. Just arrived at Disney Springs. You can see by the garage, not a whole lot going on here, so be curious to see what's open and if anything once we get down there. Heading down the escalator from the orange garage. 3 security guards and nobody else. Definitely not something you'll see every day. AMC Theater is closed for the next 6 to 12 weeks. All the Disney owned and operated restaurants and stores are closed. There are a few people out and about walking around, but not a whole lot to do down here. So far, everything on the west side is completely closed and shut down. A lot of security, but nothing is open. We found one place open for lunch, and everything else is locked up. Nobody here. Over towards the marketplace, still no people. T-Rex, again, all those employees are furloughed. Sad stuff. Just left Springs, only 2 things open, STK, the steakhouse restaurant, and then Basin, the soap shop. Now we're over at the Polynesian. We had reservations on April 3rd for Ohana, but I have a feeling that the parks will probably be closed past that, so we decided to head over here tonight. So we're gonna head in and see how crowded Polynesian is and see how Ohana is. Nobody checking in. Made it into the Polynesian, and the theme continues. Very low crowds. So just finished up at Ohana. Didn't really film it. You all know how I feel about Ohana, and this really didn't change after tonight, but I didn't want to do a review because, you know, tomorrow's the last night they're in operation. You know, it was just kind of weird. So, you know, we'll go back maybe in the future when it's a little more crowded and a little more happening there. But the general consensus is this place is pretty dead. You can see behind me this pool. Normally there'd be some people in here. Polynesian is a little more crowded than Wilderness Lodge was, but still just kind of that overall feel of, you know, people just getting out. So kind of crazy. Tomorrow we're gonna probably check out some other resorts, so might show you that. But definitely crazy times. Again, the parks are closed for another week and a half at this point, and honestly probably longer than that, so we'll keep you posted on all that stuff. We'll see what happens. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button. Definitely going to try to get some more content out there. I know people are missing Disney, so try to, you know, keep that stuff going. So anyways, have a great evening, and remember, it's an expedition out there, so never land. See ya.